So, Freya, what have we got on the agenda?
Vertical farming. It's been a boom industry, but it's also had its fair share of difficulties. So, where does it stand now? In the past decade, investors have poured more than $6 billion into vertical farming startups. Advocates said with vertical farming, we could reduce carbon emissions, pesticide use, water usage, pollution, and food miles. But in the last few years, funding has dropped off significantly. For example, over $2 billion in funding in 2021 fell to around $280 million last year. We've also seen the collapse of major players like Bowery Farming and App Harvest. Costs have been a major problem. The farms need a lot of energy to power things like LED lighting systems and ventilation. Higher interest rates have made financing more expensive. Another factor has been a shortage of skilled labour. And one last problem, many vertical farms have been very protective of their technology. This secrecy has made it harder for the industry to learn from its mistakes. It all sounds a bit grim, but the industry isn't dead yet. The global market is expected to more than treble, from around $8 billion last year to about $25 billion in 2030, according to Grandview Research. There are still broader environmental, economic, and structural reasons that could fuel the demand for vertical farms. The world's population continues to grow and needs to be fed. At the same time, more arable land than ever before is being used to produce things like biofuels, and soil degradation continues to be a problem. Crops are also under pressure from climate change, and water scarcity is an ever-present issue. In a turbulent world, concerns about food security may be a driver to bring food sources closer to home. Meanwhile, the rapid advances we're seeing in AI could significantly improve the efficiency of vertical farms. Advocates say vertical farming is not a failed concept, but rather a good idea that, initially at least, has been approached inefficiently. Also, its potential is almost certainly far greater in some areas above others. Places such as Singapore, which only grows 6% of its own produce. Let's not forget, the sector is still very young. New technology industries like this can have huge initial expectations that are rarely met. But after, there can be consolidation, with new players entering the market and mainstream adoption. Having said that, there's no denying that plenty of mistakes have been made. And there's no guarantee that that won't continue. So, it will be fascinating to see if the industry can eventually grow into something more than just a niche market.